All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. The This is James White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shelton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Gone! Now let's go! 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Coleman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Coleman now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Bills have recovered. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
His throw caught at about the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a dump off to White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. They'll look to throw now on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Here we go now. Niner.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Over the middle to Evans. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we got the lead.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Right back to him on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield and spilling everything.
Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And here come the Bills. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Step under pressure again, and down he goes throws again. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shelton. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And
he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a pick six there out of a nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Again, he'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Here we go. Boom, landing.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Taking it about the 16. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jordan Willis in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to score. A long touchdown. No flags. No time remaining. And they're an extra point away from winning the game.
Break out the oxygen tanks, partner. The air just left this place. This crowd was in a frenzy. They thought they were going to win. Now they're just an extra point away from leaving here with a really disappointing loss.
No time on the clock. This to claim victory. Oh, he missed. Oh, no, he missed the extra point. Victory was in the bag, but not anymore. We're headed for OT. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Back to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's fourth and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shelton. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No. Check. Patriot!
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And back at the beginning of the year, they said they thought they could win 10 games. That's such a good number to shoot for. They achieved that here.
And why is that such a good number to shoot for? 10 usually gets you into the playoffs. An excellent goal, and they accomplished it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.